I'm not sure what I need. That is one of the most common things I hear from new clients that I'm talking to on the phone. Meaning they're not sure of what type of schedule they need for a caregiver. They're not sure how many days of the week they need somebody, or they're not sure if they need assisted living, a board and care situation, a memory care situation, independent living, an in-home caregiver. They don't know any of these things. And I mean, how could we know any of these things, right? Think of all the clutter that's in our brains. Think of the work and the news that we listen to, the politics. We won't go there, right? You know, it's like all these things, all the advertising messages that we get. And it's a wonder why we can't get anything done. And we don't really know all that needs to go into finding care, finding the right care, because when care presents itself, usually it's an emergency. Usually it ends somebody like a parent or a spouse in the hospital, in a skilled nursing facility, and you're now in charge of this thing that you really don't know anything about. And so what do? Well, you go on Google. Of course you go on Google. First thing you got to do is Google it. And you're going to find a whole bunch of different messages out there. You're going to find stuff for free. You're going to find companies that do this sort of thing. And then you're going to ask around, and you might ask the nurse, you might ask the doctor, you might ask a friend of yours, what did you do? And typically in those referrals, people end up with me or people like me, right? People like me. Come on, there's nobody like me though, right? Yeah, so we've got... I threw myself off. So really, there's no class that you could take. There's no college class that teaches you how to do this stuff. You just have to figure it out. And so how can you figure this out? Well, I think it's pretty simple, because for the last 10 years of my life, I've been doing this. Now, I might not have 100% of the answers, but I can at least give you some advice, listen to your problem, keep it as simple as possible. And, you know, essentially what it takes is for you to call me on the telephone. I know it's not very hip anymore to call on the phone. Everybody's got a text, and I'll text you too, but I'm not going to really be able to listen and really try to figure out what it takes. So my advice is to call me if you really don't know what to do. Or maybe it's not even time yet, but what you do in the future. I could probably give you a lot of information that you don't have. And trust me, it's not going to be a sales pitch. Now, do I want your business? Yeah, I want your business, but I'm not going to ever push or sell you on what I offer. So what is it that I offer? Well, the first thing I offer is someone that is going to be able to kind of listen to your situation and try to customize what is going on in your situation to say, well, other people like you get this, right? So I'm going to listen to whether you know, staying home is an absolute must or going somewhere is an option. I'm going to talk about your just a kind of a general like financial situation, how much things cost, right? How much does it cost to have 24-hour care or 8 hours of care or, you know, 2 days a week of care? You know, we can talk about the different levels of care, and we could talk about the family support that you have. A lot of people have some great families in our area, and so those families can really plug in and do some of the heavy lifting as well. And then talk about getting your general needs. You know, what type of services are you looking for? What are the struggles on a daily needs basis? You know, we talk about the activities of daily living. What are the things that could make you struggle as a caregiver, as a family caregiver, and then what do they struggle as? So, you know, we're always trying to keep people upright, you know, not falling down. That's one of the big problems out there is falls. That's the number one reason people end up calling us. And to have somewhat of a plan or a thought for what things cost and how the future looks, right? A lot of us don't put enough time into anticipating how much all this stuff costs. It costs a lot of money, you know? And are there other avenues to go down? You know, are there veterans benefits? Are there long-term care insurance policies that you have? All those are factors in kind of figuring out what a good plan is. So first step is give me about 20 minutes to listen to you. The second step would be for me to try to make some recommendations to you, just right off the top of my head. And then, the bottom line is you just pick up the phone and you call me. You're not committed to anything by talking to me. I'm not gonna try to overly sell you. I will try to convince you to get started, but I'm really not gonna try to convince you of something that you don't want to do. All right. Hope this helps, and I'm looking forward to talking to you. All right. Give me a call. Bye.